Hello and welcome to my channel, How To with Paul Henderson. Today's episode, I will be doing a JLT 3.0 black oil separator inspection. This will be my fourth oil change since I installed the JLT. I installed that on 8/5/2020 and I had 12,836 miles. As of today's date, I have 40,670. And on the current oil change that I'm going to be doing either today or tomorrow, I have 6,888 miles with 11% left on the oil life indicator. On all three previous JLT inspections, the JLT had caught 2.5 ounces. So I'm hoping today it still has caught the same amount. I did check the oil level and it is still full. I had installed the Pulsar LT on 2/11/2022 at 29,200 miles. Prior to that installation, I was losing a half a quart of motor oil at every oil change. So with the Pulsar LT having disabled the DFM, I haven't lost any oil. So that proves that the DFM is the culprit for the oil consumption in these vehicles. So that is one thing I'm glad I did. The JLT 3.0 black oil separator is not CARB approved. How I got it delivered to my house in Riverside, I can't say, but where there's a will, there's a way. And we'll say this, if you know someone that you can send it to and they can send it, you can send it to them and then they can send it to you, go ahead and do that. And then when you go to get your vehicle smogged, you're just gonna have to remove it so it'll get approved. They are working on, what do they call it? Having it CARB approved for California. It does take time and it is pretty expensive. So every 6 months, I go back to their website and I check it out to see if it is CARB approved yet. And as of today, it is not. The JLT is no longer called the JLT 3.0. It is called the JNL 3.0. The two companies split. JL is doing just the black oil separators. JLT is the performance side where they're doing, I think they're doing air intakes, and I think that's about it, but you can still order the 3.0 black oil separators on the JLT site and also on the JL. It's actually called, for the JNL, that's the initials of the owners. It is, the website for the 3.0s is jlosc.com. The OSD stands for Oil Separator Company. And of course you have the jltperformance.com for their air intakes. So let's go ahead and do this inspection and see if it caught the same amount that it has on the three previous JLT 3.0 black oil separator inspections. So here we go. Okay, so to remove the black oil separator, just grab it and twist it. And be sure not to drop it. Okay, with mine, I do have the 3-ounce extension for this. This is the original cup that comes with it. The extension is just a little go-between between the actual 3-ounce cup and the mounting base. So here we go. So it should have caught 2.5 ounces. I don't know if you can see it. We're actually at 3.5. So 1 ounce more than normal. Not too sure why that is. Maybe because half a quart isn't being burnt. It's going into the intake manifold and being recirculated. That's my guess anyway. And here is the inside of the cup. Not too bad. A little gunk on the bottom, but as you can see, this black oil, or this blow by, is actually the color that it should be. If it was slightly more brown or frothy, that means that you have coolant leaking into your system, and that is really bad. So mine is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's collecting the blow-by and dumping it into this cup. Because basically what the JLT black oil separator does, is oil and fuel and possibly coolant that gets past the pistons, winds up down in the crankcase, and then from there it is redirected up through the positive crankcase ventilation valve and into the JLT 3.0, where it goes through a stainless steel mesh screen, and the air goes through the screen, but the oil stays there and is trapped, and when the oil gets heavy enough, it drops into the bottom of this canister, and that is where this comes from. In the meantime, fresh clean air is being redirected back into the back of the air intake, where it is recirculated, reused. What's the other word? Recirculated, reused. There's another word I can't remember. But anyway, it's reused, recycled. That's it. Back into the combustion chamber, where the process is done all over again. And if I didn't have this JLT 3.0 hooked up to my system, this would have been burnt on the back side of the valves. And to have this cleaned off the back side of the valves, it's very expensive, and you really don't want to have that done unless it's absolutely necessary. So I highly recommend getting a JLT 3.0 to catch this crap before it gets burnt on the back side of the valves. So I have to do a little update here. I've been trying to figure out why the JLT 3.0 had caught 1 ounce more than the 3 previous JLT inspections, and I came to the conclusion that it is because of a 1,407-mile drive that I did from Riverside to Vegas, from Vegas to Reno, from Reno back to Vegas, and from Vegas back to Riverside. And on that drive, I had reached speeds of up to 120 miles an hour. Yes, 120 miles per hour, thanks to the Pulsar LT. I had deactivated the DFM and reset the speed limiter to above 120. I can't remember the exact miles per hour that I set it at, but apparently it was over 120 because I was able to do 120. So with that high rate of speed, I believe that increased the internal combustion pressure, which forced more of that black oil to get past the pistons and the rings, and that wound up down into the crankcase, which was then redirected back up and through the JLT 3.0, and that is where the extra ounce came from. I also did one other trip 10 days later after that 1,407-mile one, where I drove from Riverside to Vegas and from Vegas back to Riverside, 510 miles. And I think I got up to 110 on that one. On the Reno trip, I did 120 miles an hour for at least 3 minutes max one time. And then there's other times where I did it for like 2 minutes, 1 minute. And I stayed at 100 miles an hour for quite a long time. And I cruised quite a bit of distance at 90. On that 1,407-mile trip, I used 67.8 gallons of fuel, and I got 20.7 miles per gallon. That's probably because I was speeding a lot. Anyway, that's it for the update, and I believe that is why this JLT 3.0 or JNL had caught 1 ounce more than the 3 previous JLT inspections. Now back to the video. So that's it for this video. I'm going to go over here and do my little closing spiel, and I'll see you on the side. Well, to wrap up another how-to video with Paul Henderson, this one was the inspection of my JLT 3.0 black oil separator. If you like this video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. That really helps out my channel. Tap the bell icon and you'll get notifications as new videos come out. If you want to make a small donation to my channel, tap the super thanks button underneath this video. Everything I get goes back into the channel. And oh, there is one more thing. This is what I add to my fuel every 4,000 miles. Lucas Deep Clean Fuel System Cleaner. Treats up to, I think it's 30 gallons. Yeah, 30 gallons. This will not clean the backside of the valves because there is nothing spraying on the backside of the valves, and that is why you need a black oil separator. This will keep the injectors clean and the ports and the tops of the pistons and around the rings and all that. So this is highly recommended every 4,000. And this is about $159 on JLOSC.com. And like I said earlier, the JLT is not legal in California, so you got to figure out another way to have it sent to your house. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and may your engine stay clean. And that's it. And there will be a few bloopers after this, so go ahead and stay for that. And see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, I have to do a little warning for the bloopers. I did drop a few F-bombs. Sorry about that. It didn't take too many takes to make this video, but I still got a little frustrated. Wind kicked up. Lawnmower guy came next door. Those fucking dogs next door started barking. So yeah, not good. Anyway, now enjoy the bloopers. So let's go ahead and do this inspection and see if it caught the same amount that it has on the 3 previous JLT 3.0 black oil separator inspections. So here we go. Got that in one take, bitch. J&L black oil separator. Well, you fucking dogs. Fuck you, bitch. Oh my God, they don't bark all fucking day.
Are you bitching, complaining?
The damn dogs didn't bark the whole time I did the part of the video. No, one more time. I'm out of breath. Went up and down the stairs too many times. Anyway, the first one was a 1,407-mile drive from Vegas. No, it's not from Vegas first. I came to the conclusion that the reason why the JLT 1.0, it's not a 1.0, it's a 3.0. 1.0, no, 3.0. So I've been thinking about why did this JLT 3.0 catch 1 ounce more than the 3 previous, what do you call those, inspections? I don't know. I'm so fucking tired of this. I don't think I'll ever be the same. Hate being out of breath, damn it. And I can't catch my breath. Damn, between COVID and having 2 mini strokes, not good at all. Fucking bitch. Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Thanks to the Pulsar LT, my vehicle is now 100% V8. It no longer shifts, or the DM will no longer, the DM will no longer become activated. I think that's the right word. It will never, dang it. I've been trying to figure out why the JLT 3.0 had caught 1 ounce more than the 3 previous inspections, and I came to the conclusion that is because of 2 high-speed drives that I had did after the last oil replacement. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Oh, damn it. Test 1. Test 1, test 2, test 3. Okay. Fucking trash truck.